Am I allowed to, like, get rid of all your notifications because they bug me?
What do you mean?
Because, like, my Discord has 0 notifications and yours has frickin' 9 plus.
You know, all of the notifications is, do you want to, like, add all these friends that you, like...
I know, can I delete those?
No, do not. Because I'm gonna add them all, eventually.
Can I add them all?
Okay, click on them. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't show them, because, like, before, it used to say the name, and then it used to say this is where they're from.
It does.
It doesn't on mine.
Okay, well, yours is messed up.
I'm gonna screen share this.
Wait, are we streaming?
Yes, we're streaming, and our viewers our viewers are gonna be like, "What's going on?" I don't know. What is going on? Okay, see? Is this what it looks like on yours?
Yeah. No.
This right here?
Look at mine. Look at mine. See?
Okay. Yeah, that's how it used to look like. Yeah, so can you like fix that for me? Like, click on it, like on the UN. Yeah, just click on that one, and then go to notes. Nope. Yeah, click there, and then put Battle.net, and then colon, and then just put the thing that right there. Yeah, technically it's right there, so just add friend. But if it doesn't have a thing, just write what it's supposed to be. Yeah, you don't have to do that if it's already there. Just put add a friend.
Okay.
And you're gonna be doing this whole thing. Okay, back to me. Whatever we're doing. Back to the actual stream this time. Oh my gosh, there was people here. It says cat
let's
hello
read the visual novel.
and then a hello. You continue doing that until I like tell you, hey, there's a scene.
It told me I was sending friend requests too quickly.
Oh. What? Okay.
So I'll go back to it.
Alright.
Later.
The class for the day was over. Still, feeling pretty Okay, you could hear me. It's ironic I didn't check my testing my mic before this whole thing, and then I'm like, yes I did. Still feeling pretty full from the lunch I had unexpectedly eaten at the cafeteria. I returned to my dorm, planned on finishing my homework, and probably skipping dinner, or at least just eating light. I feel like I need to eat less than I usually do. Maybe I don't use that much energy now that I don't do much beyond reading. However, the letter on my desk has naturally caught my interest. And the first piece of mail I received here at Yamaku, so it's pretty special even if it wasn't as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name.
I am wearing an egg on my head on Roblox. The egg hunt is today.
Oh. Congratulations. The person said, I am wearing an egg on my head on Roblox. The egg hunt is today.
That's nice.
Is it Easter?
No. Easter's on Sunday?
Wait. Is it on this month? When is Easter?
It's this week. This week.
Oh my gosh. Happy early Easter.
Yeah, cause like I have my therapy the day after Easter, so yeah, it's this week.
Sorry. Or
Sunday.
Good luck, I guess. Still, sorry. It causes me more. I read this already. Iwanko. I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from old school since I transferred, and Iwanko's the last person I expect to want to write me a letter. Last time I saw. Can I, like, skip, please? Nope. Last time I saw.
Just power through it. Just keep.
I have to beat an evil crow after collecting all the eggs.
Letter and see if the letter's different.
Yeah. Wait, what? What do you mean the letter might be different?
It might be different. Because
Okay.
they put it in every single route, so I don't know. It might be different.
Or maybe they're
Did
just
Melanie mute you or something? Because she
why?
usually answers pretty quickly.
No, she's playing a game and she usually takes a while to respond.
That's weird.
Well,
She always answers me.
well, I'm
What's
not
wrong with you?
Angela. I'm not. I'm not Angela.
But she always answers me in like 2 seconds.
Because you're you. Of course she answers you in like 2 seconds. I mean, I would answer you in 2 seconds.
But she doesn't like me.
Oh, see, she messaged me.
Why?
Because it looks good and I am lazy to search for it. And was my reasoning. You might still have it on your computer.
Stop following my alt Instagram already. I mean, I
Who?
only use that to stalk. Okay, never mind.
Who? Moana?
Nope.
Okay. Well. Okay. Assuming you don't have it. Have a nice day.
Lord Imor must be defeated after I have all eggs.
They said Lord Yamor must be defeated after I have all eggs. Which is, he's talking to Thingamabops.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna like.
Oh my god.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Angela?
Oh, why?
Is there a problem, Angela? Okay.
There are many, many problems. Okay, just read the letter.
She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of curiosity, and then practically sat silence for half an hour. That's because we were horrible people. And she said goodbye and didn't look for me in the eye. She closed the door. Hello, Jason Wallace.
Welcome to the weirdest stream in the internet.
Yes, no weirdest string in the internet. It might have been natural, and to the series of events that— oh shit, I didn't rename this. Oh.
What did you name it?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't name it?
Nope.
Should name it the weirdest stream in the internet.
Alright, we're doing that now. Where is it? There it is.
Look, I added everyone and now you have 0 notifications.
Oh, thank you.
Good job.
And also, please. Need to do this faster. Because I didn't do preparations. And I should probably restart the stream. Or not. I don't know. It'll probably like change the title midway through the stream and you just have to reload the stream. And I was like, yay, it was that the whole time. What are we talking about? Yeah, there's nothing wrong here.
I just love this. Just, okay, assuming you don't have it. Have a nice day!
Mm-hmm. This is me. Hello, bye-bye. I'm gone. 5 and weirdest food on the internet.
It's still called This Is Not a Joke.
I know, I'm still typing. Okay, now I put Thingamabob and update, and then go in social, and then reconnect. Letting that load. Okay. Titles. And then paste again, update all. But sometimes you have to do this like 2 or 3 times before it actually does the thing. And this is why it usually takes me a long time to actually do the stream, because it doesn't do the stream. Well, not that it matters or anything. Alright, you could refresh now and see if the title changed. Check, maybe? What did you do? You said you did the impossible.
Did you make Melanie stop acting like an idiot?
Ha 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 ha. It might have been, did I read this already? I feel like I did. Every time I visited her, changed. Okay. It changed, right? That it did. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but everything stopped for me. Everything I didn't speak made the next time even harder. It won't go always has this aura of fragility. Did our parkour, which was hard. Oh, congratulations. And she'd shatter into pieces at the slightest disturbance. Initially, I think it must have been the delicacy that attracted me to her, but after what happened back then, it feels like she really had shattered. So, looks as sad as I didn't want to say anything. Now gotta get that 2013 egg in 2018. Is there... When is the Overwatch event coming out?
Uprising?
Yep.
Next month.
Oh. Is there no Easter event?
Uprising is the Easter event.
But when's it be a month? Okay. What? Wait.
It's the April event.
Oh my gosh. What?
And then in July is the anniversary. And then like right after that is Summer Games. I think.
Oh wait. Summer. Oh my gosh, it's been 3 years?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No. I
can finally get the frickin' winged victory skin.
Cause
Yay.
I remember playing with you the last Summer Games and oh my gosh, it was like accept your request, 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 accept your request. That is a lot of accept your requests. She looked so sad and I didn't want to say anything that might accept her and I could figure out what oh my gosh, it looks so clean now. I almost feel disgusted how clean it looks. I never could.
Oh, I have been meaning to check this. Where is your Omar? Okay, here.
Yes. What about my Omar? You want to see my messages that I have leads to nowhere?
No, I wanted to check something else. All right, continue.
What do you mean stream is over?
Stream isn't over. We just like stop reading it.
Yeah, we're just doing whatever we want. And I never could figure out the right words to say. Well, the stream is called Weirdest Stream on the Internet.
Yeah, we don't take this seriously. That's why it takes us like a week to get through half the route.
Mm-hmm. I never read that. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that it would have been that sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened the door and entered my room, so I never managed to say a thing. I wanted to say in the end that might have hurt her even more. Carefully opened the envelope and draw out the folded letter within.
Oh, this is the exact same one.
Yeah. Can I skip this? No, I cannot skip. Oh boy.
There is no skip.
Welcome back to we are reading this we are going to read this letter like 20 more times.
Wait, okay, so we've done Emmys, so that there's 4 more.
Yep.
4 more times to read this one. Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you're well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second-year class got put together in Class 3-1 for the final year, so we're pretty comfortable right now. from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well.
I feel like you're gonna have this letter fully memorized.
I will. I will. And that is like the closest to normal my voice can get. Is it great? Next page of letter.
If you're trying to make your voice normal, then it's... then is it normal? Really?
I'm just cutting the accent out.
Okay.
Is that normal enough?
Sure.
The mood among the third years seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are begging us about it all, begging us about this all the time. And even Mr. Tachibana, I feel like I got that even worse than last time.
It actually says Tachibana.
Okay. Who is, by the way, our homework teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after second year, but here he is, nagging everybody about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing my confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably in exams. It's so weird to think that we're already seniors, isn't it? The time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester.
I feel like the letter wasn't like this.
I think it was a little bit shorter.
No, I feel like that's not what she said. I feel like she wasn't talking about tests.
I don't remember.
I feel like she was talking about, our friends, blah, 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 blah. What's it called?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, instead of tests and things.
There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. The truth is, the times when I visited you in the hospital made me worried about you. I am not talking about your health. You seem to become more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something like that happened, I'm sure, but I somehow got the feeling that you had given up on something back then. Happiness, maybe? I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I am really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most, even though I like you so much. At least now I can finally be more honest. This part is the same.
Mm-hmm.
If I could go back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I'd say. Maybe if you wouldn't have drifted so far away, if I had just said something. I hope you've managed to get back on your own feet. Now that the distance between us is also physical, it seems more final somehow. I wonder if we meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we didn't. That's... okay, never mind. Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means, write me back. I'd very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you the best. Sincerely, Iwanako, I guess that's her name. You say Iwanko, but yeah. I don't know how to say it.
Well... say the I like an elongated, and then wa, n. The N is always one, wa, n. So, for some reason I'm skipping the A. Iwanako.
Yeah, you keep saying, yeah, I say Iwanako, and you're like Iwanko.
Alright, it's Iwanako. Wow, I was messing up. And also, he actually finishes reading the letter when he's with Rin. Like, he was like, oh, I guess I'll read half of this. Like, crumble, crumble, crumble. I don't want to read this anymore. I guess I'll read this another time.
He doesn't read it at all when Shizune is. He just dumps it in the trash.
Wow. Okay.
He's like, I have too much student council work to get through.
I was like, I love Shizune too much to read this. Which is...
Willie's, he's off on vacation when he gets it, and just doesn't even bother.
Oh my gosh. Lily, you party animal.
Yeah, she takes him and Hanako to her house.
Wink. After finishing reading the letter, I folded it like it was and placed it on my desk. I don't know what to think of this. I feel empty and confused. Why now? Why of all time? This sister, I decided I can't let myself stay like this, and I try to get on the top of my own life. Reading the letter just reminds me of what could have been. Of course, I wish I didn't have to be here. I wanted to be in the same class with the Wonko again. Maybe we could talk every day now and go on dates. My life doesn't go like that. I didn't really need to be reminded of this. Iwanko needed to write a letter for her own sake, and I'm glad for her and that she could, but it would have been better if I hadn't read it. Of course, she is right. I thought the same thing yesterday. I had fallen into a pit of despair, and now I have to climb up out of it. I ripped the page out of my notebook, and after a moment of thinking how to frame the words, write a short reply to Iwanko. Oh my gosh, you read a reply to Iwanko?
Oh my god. I guess I should have actually gone through Rin's art. Well, I have it again. I can just go through it myself.
I mean, we're doing it anyways. I find it difficult to be really honest with her, but at least I try to appear somewhat convincing. I don't write about Yamako at all. I know she'll write me again, but I don't feel all that sad about it. I fold my own letter to her, and I have no envelope. Set it next to Wonko's. I'll mail it to her later. When I lie back on my bed, looking at the monotone gray ceiling, a bird sings outside the window, and a sudden gust of wind flutters in my curtains. The summer afternoons feel still. All the time has stopped in a brief moment. Have you noticed how, like, by going to Cupid stream and yes, Us series have took over the One of Us series? What? And
Oh wait, like if you Google Katawa Shoujo, does ours come up?
What?
I doubt it.
Does it?
I'm checking.
Okay, I'm gonna actually go to like Google and do that right
Well,
now.
of course those things come up because I watch those videos all the time.
Katawa Shoujo.
It might be there, but it might be really far down.
So like, would I click videos? And the first one is an animation, then cutscenes, and then not ours, not ours, not ours, not ours. So none of them. Oh my gosh, there's a Katawa Shoujo channel on YouTube?
The heck? Where?
It just has,
I want it.
oh my gosh, this is trailer for Katawa Shoujo.
There's a trailer?
Yeah, this is the trailer for Katawa Shoujo.
Oh my god.
It's called Spin. Oh my gosh, it looks good.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know this existed.
Wow.
There's a comment
Oh
saying,
look, there's...
it's like, women are great at stabbing things. Yep.
Yep. This is so cool.
Freak is that?
Good morning.
I was like, oh, I thought I heard some Minecraft.
Oh, this is from the...
From the what? The beta?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, also, if you Google Katawa Shoujo channel on YouTube, your channel comes up.
Yay. Unless it's because you, like, just,
It
What-
might be me.
yeah, because of your recent searches. Also, Have I become a Katawa Shoujo channel?
You're a Katawa Shoujo channel.
Mm. I think I'm more classified as a visual novel channel, but okay.
No. You're just a Katawa Shoujo channel. I think we need to go back and play more Tokyo Babel.
Okay.
Here, I'll send you a picture of what my screen looks like.
Okay.
Here you go. Why is my hand shaking so much today?
Okay.
It's not even shaking like it normally does. It's like twitching, and I don't.
I think it's me. Okay. I think about all the things I lost and will never gain again. Black screen. Could have been the next scene this whole time. Ooh, sunny days. And thus the languid days of mid-June passed by. A letter of... I mailed my letter to Iwanka and received no reply. Having decided to ditch the old me, I started observing my fellow students even closer than I did before, hoping to understand how other people cope with their own issues. I start seeing things I didn't before, and it makes me wonder if I've been wrong twice. Superficially, everyone is abnormal, yet so strikingly normal that it shocks me at first. I admire the way my new schoolmates turned my prejudice around just like that, simply by being themselves. Now that I've gotten used to it, I've begun noticing the kinds of tones the people surrounding me every day. There's this soft, numb sadness all around me. I can see the effort everyone has to make just to get through the day, and how it weighs on their shoulders like it weighs on me. Even the brightest smile is slightly subdued. Every outburst of annoyance just slightly dampened. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. I try to think what it means, and I can learn from others. I wonder if deep down everyone is lost like I am. Is there even one person here who has truly found peace? I start to think doubtful about myself once again. I can't decide whether these people are happy, unhappy, or if they just learn to cope with how they feel in unfeeling limbo like I did all spring. I escape from these feelings into a towering piles of books I carry into my room from Yuko's sanctuary. After realizing this will just shut me down even more, I start to go into the art club room more often, usually whenever I can. Rena seems to spend more time in there than in her own classroom. It's often seen her totter towards door at the very end of our own corridor, that wooden door in our room behind it. Smelling it, paints and paper seems to be more to her than the rest of the world combined. She says it's special permission to use the room, which I don't doubt at all. I don't think Noyama would deny Rin anything. He seems to daughter like an uncle upon a favorite niece. That's also a horrible analogy, because reasons that I will not disclose. The object of her affection, despite having no favorites, she says that appreciates the teacher of a lots of giving an extra mile of her sake. But even when she says that, her expression is always the same. It's as if she's talking about a particularly unremarkable rock, and she saw the other day. I can't really figure out our relationship. Rin doesn't seem to let anyone close. I don't think even Emmy would say she crossed the gap. It seems to separate Rin from the rest of the world. I don't understand it. It seems so indifferent, yet so passionate at the same time. Somehow the school bell rings and the last call of the day. I realize I've been zoning out. Who knows how long. Dazed, I sit straighter, trying to look at my inconspicuous as possible. The pungent smells of linseed oil and turpentine mix in my nostrils as I draw a deep breath. I feel drowsy and lightheaded. Sorry this late. A few curb rambles. What the freak did I say? I said like a small child. I said club members. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
I was like, I'm a small baby. Oh, I accidentally skipped the thing. Left early, so it's just me, Rin, and teacher. The two other girls who were also about to leave. Rin sits on my right, slowly working on the painting, while I idly the time away. I don't think she realized I've been watching her the whole time. With nimble movements of her delicate ankle, she dips the brush in crimson paint. and presses it slightly into the canvas. The stains spread around, and the brush has bleeding. Her progress has slowed down by a crawl. By now, I've learned that this is dangerous for her technique, as the paint must not be allowed to dry before she finishes. It occurs to me that I am literally watching paint dry, and yet somehow it's not feeling boring despite spacing out just now. Most of the time, the art club is very relaxed, freeform, apart from the times when Noyama gets really excited from some technique or style he wants to teach us about. Everyone is free to pursue their own interests. Lacking one, I feel floating around without direction. I try this and that, but nothing really leaves me a deep impression, not to mention that I don't seem to be any special knack for anything. Well, I did get praise for my attempt at watercolors, and I feel pretty good about that myself, but that's it. I suppose it's to be expected. I joined the art club mostly on a whim, after all. I'm thinking that maybe I should quit the club, if it's going to be pointless, but there's nothing really wrong with pointless, and I can't exactly say I'm unhappy. Unsatisfied, maybe, but I got myself to blame for that. As the pair of girls exit the club room, with cheerful bye-bye, Noyama stands up on her desk. The chair scoots back with a loud screech and breaks the harmony in the quiet classroom. He taps a pile of papers in his hands twice against the table, ordered to straighten them, and stretches his back. I have a facility meeting to attend, but I can stay. I have to do some paperwork later, so if you want to stay and talk, then sorry about this. There are two people here. He's really taking only one of us. Noyama spends extra hours in time mentoring Rin after official club hours are over, and I bet he'd like to discuss his plans getting Rin art into the gallery a little more.
Oh, I have lines.
Yes.
I have lines.
After
Look at
10
that.
million years.
It's alright. I think I'll probably be here, but it's not a big deal if I'm not. I don't really have much going on now.
Rin enters without moving her eyes, and her work is progress. The tone in her voice is neither the polite kind expecting the kind talking to a teacher, nor the usual monotone. So, I don't need to send a search party if you aren't here?
Yes, no thanks. I don't like the party. We can talk later. She
That's
sure does
good.
like painting skulls and faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I draw animes, characters, and other than that, I draw birds.
So you drew birds and then anime characters.
I still draw birds, but yeah, I draw anime characters.
Yeah, that's why I said you draw birds, then anime characters. Because, like, or did you draw anime characters before?
No, I draw regular characters, and I had a lot of trouble drawing regularly animated characters, and then I was like, oh, look, I can kind of do this.
Yes, I know. Good girl. Finally, the teacher picks up the rest of the papers, and which makes his way to the door. I glance at the clock above it, and to my watch I double check. They're 3 minutes apart, but I never realized the club meeting time is over now. Ren seems to intend on staying here to work on a piece while waiting for the teacher. I can't quite imagine that one-on-one time would be like. When they actually discuss anything, Ren is always so subdued in what she says, and when she does say something, it's difficult to understand what she's talking about. Maybe Noyama just talks endlessly like he does in club meetings. Let Rin absorb what she will form his infinite well of art knowledge, like a sunflower turning to face the glowing sun. Do you mind if I stay? I thought maybe I'd give some watercolors another try. I blurt out an excuse, sort of accidentally, embarrassing myself. Rin doesn't take her eyes off her painting.
Okay.
I shift around the chair and get to fetching a cup of water, brushes, color, and some paper. The sound of my footsteps invades the still afternoon air. Before starting, I try to recall what the teacher told us. An important philosophy, or the medium, working with watercolors means working more with water than working with color. I try to keep that in mind and dip in the tiny sable brush in the water cup. Ooh, I do that too. I did that. mixing yellow, blue, trying to capture the sunlit treetops outside of the window. The sun is low and the yellow is more profound, and everything looks darker. I still can't quite connect what I see with my hands does with the paints, but it's plausible attempts at my level. After a while, I start losing focus and move the paper aside, deciding to watch Rin work for a while instead. What little while stretching first and long while, then into really long while. Rin paints with her entire being, fully concentrated on the brush between her slender toes, and the painting coming to life with one stroke at a time. It seems determined to yet the same time relaxed, effortlessly moving the brush around, never hesitating. Colors meet and part, mix, and cover each other on the canvas, blending on her quiet will. I don't know anything about composition, structure, or anything about that stuff, but I really like Rin's paintings. I like how she looks when she paints. As usual, her silence between us compels me to sneak rather than merely wait for her to open up. She might end up saying nothing at all. Do you mind if we talk?
I don't mind.
I kind of wanted to ask you more about why you get so weird about things the teacher wants to arrange for you. Rin picks up the tube of paint and squeezes between her toes on the palette, almost as easily for someone with the opposable thumbs would. Picking up a brush again, and she replies,
A lot of things, and some not things. Unthings. I don't think that's the word.
You want to talk about it? I try to reach out for her clumsily, ignoring the embarrassing feeling of awkwardness. Rin keeps her focus on painting, spreading more of the paints and canvas, her lips forming a perfect straight line, and concentrates on her job. So, the thing you told me about the old dude, is it true, or are you just guessing?
What? I have you turned down a lot, because, like, the mic was giving me a headache. He's really creepy, that's for sure. And it seems like he's done things. And he sure is mean to her. But I
Yes.
don't know if he actually has or not, because I haven't watched it and I've only played through a tiny bit of it. Not really. Talking is hard. I mean, it's not hard. I'm talking even now, but saying the right things is really hard for me.
Oh, me. That is legit me. Especially after the thing.
No matter what, I just can't say the things I want.
Hey, if I went to, like, Yamaku, you think, like, my reasoning would be acceptable for being there?
I don't know. I could go to Yamaku.
Because technically, it happened in high school,
Hmm.
and then it happened again.
Hmm.
Oh, then we could meet up in Yamaku, and then you would be
Yeah,
Hanako.
we could both go to Yamaku.
Yeah, and then you would be Hanako. Yay!
Woo! Yeah, because I could go to Yamaku because I'm legally blind. I'm deaf in one ear. I can barely walk half the time. And I have a chronic bleeding disorder. So they would love me at Yamaku.
So, I have this weird thing where, like, sometimes if I'm not paying attention, my legs will just stop working if I have to concentrate on walking sometimes. And if I don't, I just fall to the side. That's like weird.
Oh yeah, that'll happen to me. Well, like even when I'm not like it's not when I just don't pay attention. Like I'll just be fine, and they're just like, nope.
But isn't that because you have weak legs, or like?
Yeah.
Or is that
And
because?
like I already limp really bad, so like I'm probably just shot.
And then I had my multiple strokes. Wait, what? No, that's not what they're called, is it? Is it? Yeah.
Strokes?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it was. Like I was thinking, no, I did not have a seizure. It started with an S. That sounds weird.
And whatever causes my tremor, I don't know what that is. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but
I mean, I have other things that have to do with the inside of my body, but I'm not gonna mention those yet.
yeah, no, you won't tell me anything.
Okay, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know, like, I've had a hernia when I was a kid, and I kind of still have it now, and I still haven't told anyone. I kind of have like this like weird like issue with like my back. I also have like it's not really illness, but like more of a issue from injury. I kind of got stabbed in the stomach, and I've had weird complications happened after the fact that I got stabbed in the stomach.
Wait, what? What?
What do you mean?
How?
What do you mean how?
Yeah. Ah.
Explain.
Okay. I guess it's just me thinking about me, and it's like if I got stabbed in the stomach, I would die. So I'm like, how are you alive?
Oh, I'm extremely bad. It stabbed me. And I was like, okay, you just pierced like a few layers and I am completely fine. Cause like it happened at school and then it just walk up, stab.
Where do you go to school?
And then it was just in me and I was like, oh gosh. And then the dude that it did to was like, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god. It's like, well, no. Okay. He was like freaking out. I was like, okay, I'll help you. And then it's like he's trying to like remove it out of my body slowly.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just leave it.
And
Leave
then
it
like
and go to the
my
doctor.
my shirt was all bloody because like I had a sweater, and then like what's it called? Under my sweater is like the white uniform shirt, and then under the white universe shirt is like what is it called, those undershirts. And then I was like, okay, like both those layers were with blood, and then you could see like the hole. And then I was like, okay, and then like you can't really see like the blood going into the. I was like, so it's like I just look completely fine. And then like my mom comes in, I was like, so what happened? It's like she doesn't notice the thing, and I don't tell her anything, and I just look up. So I got stabbed. It's like we're going to the hospital. No, I'm fine. And I never told anyone about it. I never went to the hospital. I never went to the doctor. I never told the doctor about it. But what's it called? I feel like some piece of the metal got stuck in me, and also it gave me some weird just weird things. Have like my body doesn't do body things right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna take you up on it's fine. Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to answer that?
Who are they? You didn't write what they are? What'd you put on their notes?
Wait. You know them from Overwatch?
Are you sure? I was like, First question: do you have Overwatch?
Yeah, they do.
How do you know?
Because you can see it on their profile.
I can't see it on their profile.
Because I can see it on their profile.
Okay. Just tell them I am Shadow Dragon, the Lucio main, the.
Okay.
Say hello. I guess I'll just read your things. It's true.
Oh wait, I have lines. I'll read the lines.
You've had lines for a while. I've
All
also
right.
had to pee for a while. I'll just like go while you read this and deal with the situation. BRB.
Okay. Okay. It's true. I say all kinds of things that don't really mean all the time. And sometimes I forget words and then I use the wrong words. I even come up with new words for things that already have some. That's the worst thing. Okay. Hello.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
I'm writing out your technician speech.
A technician speech? Okay. So, context. I drank like 2 waters and a half before the stream. And I'm about to drink my 3rd because I was dehydrated.
Am I just your technician now?
Whatever that means.
Oh my god.
If that is your real name, mister.
Hey, you just ruined my capitalization.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got you.
I'm gonna edit it for you.
Okay, I was editing, but okay. You'll do your... You read this, right?
Yes.
Okay. More lines. I guess I'll read this for you now. I get really nervous and start coming out of mess, and even I don't really understand what I want to say. I think there's something wrong with me, and make it like this. Remember when said I was only thinking of 4 things at the same time? Nod wordlessly. It's not really 4. I mean, it is 4, but everything else is also kind of in it. In the background, like being in the amusement park of a beehive at the same time, but not the point. I used to do better, like 6 or 7 things. I think so, or at least I feel like I'm becoming dumber. Oh, me! Right,
I can
cool.
read my lines now.
I think everyone... Did you write cool? I think everyone has times when they feel like they can't say the right things. Oh, that's me every day. All the time. 24/7.
But it's there all the time. Stronger and deeper. Yeah, deeper is a good word. I like that word, deeper.
Join the dark side.
It's that feeling of being underwater, or maybe it's just art. The more I paint, the more words I forget. Maybe at some point I will forget how to speak completely. It feels like I'm slowly forgetting everything. Do you remember what you thought about things 3 or 4 years ago?
Oh my gosh, I'm Ren. Because I'm like, I feel like I'm slowing every... what's it called? What did she say? At this point, I forget how to speak completely. That, but because of a different reason.
And then here's me who speaks, 3 languages and is trying to learn ASL now.
Yeah, it's like my mind is slowly deteriorating while yours is slowly increasing in power. You will surpass me soon.
I don't.
Well, technically, at the rate which it's decreasing, it's not at a very fast rate, but it comes suddenly and deletes like all the words, but I understand things. So it's like, it's a weird feeling. It's like you understand what the people say to you, but you don't know how to talk to them back. You understand that?
Mm.
It's like, oh, like your mother's saying words. It's like, oh, take out the garbage, or like, hey, how does your day today, or like something, and then they're just having a conversation. And I was like, you understand every single word they're saying, but you can't speak like any language for some reason. And throughout that whole conversation, I'm trying to like learn English in my mind to like get to the point where I could say certain words to respond to her. And I'm like, I was legit just making like, I was just like making like noises because like, oh, like, can you grab my phone that was on the counter? But I was like in bed, and it's like, she just thought I was lazy. So I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then she grabs the phone, and I was like, okay, progress. But I was like, I legit didn't know how to say remote, cause like there's like a TV, and I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay. And then I legit like was searching what's it called, the internet, on how to like, what's it called, the word for controller, because I knew that the word in like Spanish, but I didn't know it in English. And then some words I knew in English and I didn't know in Spanish. And then my mind was like, okay, I know some English, I know some Spanish, but I don't know anything at this point. My mind deleted so much of my language. I told you how like it took me like 25 minutes to write one sentence, like during that whole ordeal. It was not a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that day when I was in high school and that happened to me for the first time, so like everything was normal. I finished taking the test. Everything seems normal until it's like, okay, I feel like I was just shot in the head, and I was like, okay, that's not normal. It's like I walk out the class, and then I go to my next class, and then as soon as I walk to the teacher, that she's like, oh, go in to like students, like, oh, like, are you in dress code? All right, you go in next. I go to talk to her, and it's just and then it's like, oh no, can't speak. I need to figure out how to speak words. And then she just says, go to a nurse's office, which I wanted to go to a nurse's office because like I felt told me, okay, I should probably go to a nurse's office. So I go to a nurse's office, and then by that point, my language was starting to come back. I was like, do you know your number? I was like, yeah. And then I go to the phone. I'm like, crap. Like every single time, because that's how you do, like, you just memorize phone numbers. I was like, oh gosh. I just stand there in front of the phone with like motionless because I don't know my number, and then I just look at her, and she's like, okay, just I'll call, and then I have your number in the like registry or whatever, and then she's like, just go into the room, just lay down, and I just lay down, and then they took me out in a wheelchair, and then my mom took me home, and was like, all right, and then just sleep it off, and then just woke up, and then I have English again. Yay. The miracle of like my regenerative process. I have permanent brain damage. A long pause ensures, during which the time seems to bend around itself, almost trying itself not to nod. I don't think I've ever heard Rin talk this earnestly and for so long about anything before. Oh god, I'm Rin.
Oh, okay. It's like I'm fading away from the world.
Rin's foot has stopped. It works on the canvas and it's starting to paint, unmoving, ungazing, at some faraway horizon. Sunlight briefly glints the corner of of her onyx eyes. Something floats up into the top layer of Rin's being that she lets out a long breath. Then she blinks and it's gone.
Paintings stay behind. When I look at my old things, I remember what I was thinking back when I made them.
Ooh.
They make me feel like I can be with all the past me's when I was a different me.
It was like the past mavs.
My mess.
I was like, I think that says me's, but okay.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Me's. I guess they're proof of my existence.
She uses the exact same words Naomi used when he spoke to us. Of the nature of art, I don't think Rin is paying any attention, but back then I wonder if she was listening, or whether she had heard the same passionate speech from Noyama before. Either way, I feel overwhelmed. Boy, boy are complicated. I wouldn't take up writing a diary. Her eyes quickly flicker to my direction, and then back to the painting, and she doesn't pick up her brush anymore.
That's a great idea. Why didn't I ever think of that?
And then at that point, I'm like, no arms. And I'm like, oh wait, she writes with her feet. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Are you being sarcastic?
What's sarcasm?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's autistic.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but it just seems like it. It's not a bad thing, but it just seems like it.
Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it works to your benefit.
Sometimes it's okay, like, you don't really notice, and sometimes it works for your benefit, and sometimes whatever.
Yeah.
I just, like, just what I feel like.
Are you?
They don't really know. They're like, you're something, kid.
Am I?
Probably not. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter, but I just think, like, she has, like, Asperger's or something.
Oh my. I don't call her on the joke, if it is one. Right, at this moment Noyama returns to the meeting. He waves. Oh my gosh, Clay says play Doki Doki Literature Club. What a coincidence.
Yes, we are going to do that. We are going to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
Well, finish playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
And then play it again.
And if you want more content, you could go to her channel and you could watch her stream Monica. Just Monica.
Yeah, I got Monica's After Story and I've had it for like a month. And I have like almost all the content on it. So yes. I can just get to the content and like play some Pong and stuff with Monica.
The completionist of Monica playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right at this moment, I read that already. Mildly surprised to see me along his pet students walking his bourgeois gat to his desk. He drops his paper upon us. What? Oh, but those. Wait, crap. In my mind, I know what it says and how it's pronounced, but I can't say it. Why?
Wait, what are you looking at?
Boisterous. No. Yes. That's how it is, right? Boisterous?
Yes.
And then gat.
Gate.
Okay. He picks up a handkerchief and leans his glasses in incredibly meticulous care before walking over to us. Before he is within earshot of us, Rin says something to be quick in quiet voice.
Change is the scariest thing in the world to me.
Oh.
And I seriously don't know if I want to change into a person who could do the thing the teacher wants me to. I don't know if I could ever do if I wanted to.
Oh. How do you feel about that? Hello again.
Ah, that was scary.
Hello. What was
Hello.
the voice?
Yeah.
What's going on? He smiles a bit sheepishly, looking at both of us with a uninhibited interest. Nothing. We're just talking about the things with your acquaintance and the gallery for Ren's work, sort of. Oh, any decisions? I look at Rin, who is trying to arrange the bothered expression on her face into something else. Anyways, I don't think I have much else to say other than, what do you should go for it. No, do not encourage her to do what she doesn't want to do. That's bad. Why would you want to encourage her to not do the thing that you want?
There's no way to not encourage her. You have to be like...
Because it would be exciting. I think you'd be a big hit. You should aim high. Okay, the best one I think is like, because it would be exciting. Because Emmy, I feel like she'd be more open to like, oh, it's exciting. Rather than, oh,
now here's me and my Shizune brain thinking because you should aim high, because everyone should aim high, because you must be perfect.
Yes, of course. Shizune brain. Because, like, I think she wouldn't, like, necessarily care to be a big hit. She doesn't want to be a big hit. And aim high, she's just, that's not one of her traits. She doesn't, do
care.
anything. She does things
like...
she wants to do. And if it's interesting, then I guess she'll do it. That's my
she
mentality.
does it for herself. And she's like, if it happens to be cool, alright. If not, she doesn't care.
Yeah. Alright. That's the most logical sense. Pick. The most, I feel like you would have put aim high, regardless. But that's not very logical way of thinking. You think illogically logical. It's like, oh, this is what I think, because that's what it should be. It's like, that's not what... Ew.
I think differently than Rin does, though.
Yes.
Like, that's just how I am. I think you should always just, like, try to be as perfect as possible because perfection is very important. Ren doesn't care about that, so it's okay. Like, if it was Shizune, it'd be like, yes, aim high. Because she's probably going to be a judge and a surgeon.
Oh, because, like, what's it called? Perfection is determined differently by different people, and what's it called? If you said that it's not exactly perfect for a situation, and I think based on the situation, not on... I guess I'm like, what you call it? It's like normally people's like, oh, you have to be unbiased when you do things. I'm like, I look at the situation and I pick the best decision based on the situation. That's what I do. Sure. Don't you think it would be exciting? I'd be wild about something like this. So would I. But this is about things like your career and future. What the frick am I talking about? Rather than a youthful adventure, although there's nothing wrong with enjoying oneself. Noyama gently reprimands my excitement, but I'm not going to let it go. Seriously, everyday life is so dull. You always do the same thing every day, in the same way. You would do something else. Now, my boy. It's a big decision. And you can even, though I like Tetsuya to be more decisive as well. And she needs more time to mull it over. Why don't you just let her decide? You have good intentions, but in the end it comes down to her own feeling. Also, I don't like his face. Look at the face he's making. It's like... I don't like his expression. It's creepy.
I just don't like him. I don't like anything about him, really.
I know.
He creeps me out a lot.
How do you think I feel? I feel creeped out. Any thoughts on the subject, Tetsuka? You've been quiet all afternoon. We both look at Rin, who doesn't return either of our gazes.
I have lines, don't I? Yes, I
Mhm.
do. No, I think I'm going.
You're... What a shame. Promise me you'll give me some kind of answer in a week or so, alright?
Alright.
Didn't you just say she's going?
Yeah.
Then why did you say, yeah, whatever, just give me... Just make your decision later. Good girl.
I don't like that he says that either.
I know. And I'm the one who has to read this.
Hey, you know why? I have a reason why. Okay. A long, long time ago, I read a fan fiction called Mad Love, A New Beginning, and it's probably my favorite fan fiction ever. And in it, one of the characters was sexually abused by her teacher, and he would always say, when she was like, don't do this, blah, 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 he would always say, shh, you're so eager, be a good girl, Pammy. And then that just creeped me out, and that's why it creeps me out.
I have sorry, I get... Sorry, my emotions are out of check, and I'm like, I get angry, and I felt like punching.
Don't punch the computer.
No, I'm not gonna punch the computer. I'm not an idiot. But because I could control myself in anything I do, but like, like in this situation, I would probably like just have pent up anger and just like look at the teacher all like with my like most like angry eyes, and like I'm like, I would have to walk away because there's nothing I could do. I can't hit him because of who I am, and like the situation is like, best thing to do is try to incriminate him to show that he is like abusing the child.
Oh, she was a like 20-something-year-old woman.
I know, but like he's still like abusing her, and I'm like, I would have to like, it's like I can't do anything directly. Like I want to physically hurt him, and that like would like leave me to like, and even like after it's over, I'm still gonna be like, I want to kill you. It's like you're getting justice, but like you know, I don't like this feeling. Well, you know.
Well, if you ever want to read Mad Love, A New Beginning, it is longer than one of the Harry Potter books, so have fun.
Well, you did write it. You said you wrote it, right?
No, I didn't write it. I write Harry fanfiction.
What? Oh.
Nothing.
Is it?
It's a pharmacy and Hanako Lily and Ayase Sugumi and
Yes, okay. It's like,
it's stuff like that.
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Rin stands up.
Like other ships.
Yeah, I know you do.
Misha and Shizune. I've been writing stuff for that.
Oh my. I wonder. Never mind. Like, sorry.
What? I heard keyboard clicking.
Mm-hmm. And type A, type 5, and also I don't want to like leave the stream completely silent.
Yeah, maybe. Let's rate the stream.
Uh, Rin stands up and trots out the room without anyone saying anything further. Oh, damn it. More lines.
You want me to read them?
I'm kind of distracted, but, sure?
Just type it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you type it and I'll entertain the streamers.
Yep.
With my wonderful personality and
you do have a wonderful
joy for
personality.
life. Hi, guys. Nice weather we're having. Actually, I didn't have nice weather because, one, it's freaking hot. We should still be getting snow the heck, and it also has been raining for like 3 days in a row, and the road out to where I have my horses is flooding, and the road there is flooding, and the whole place is flooding, and like bad weather annoys my horse, and then she's like, well, I'm just gonna die now. So that's fun. Because she's so sensitive, and if you look at her funny, she's like, I can't handle this, I'm gonna die now. Yay, you finished. You can go back to the stream. Okay.
Noyama looks at me over the circular pink glasses, smiling sympathetically. You've made friends with her then, Nakai? Well, something like that, I guess. Depends on how you look at it.
That sounds fun.
To be honest, I'm not really sure. Yes, I feel like you should do that.
I need to write fanfiction about me and Melanie now.
Are you gonna voice it yourself?
I will. I will voice it myself, and I will also voice Melanie.
Mm-hmm. And then...
I mean, my name was Vixie's in me for like a while.
Oh my. Oh my. Plus, like, I feel like doing that would make you, like, happy or, like, enjoy something. Because it's... You're watching your fanfics come to life in the most erotic form possible.
That might be fun.
Mm-hmm. It might not be suitable for YouTube, but we'll see about that.
I might have to put it on Live Leak or something.
No, we'll try YouTube, and then if it gets taken down, then we have to put it somewhere else. And I was like, hey, if you, just keep making update videos. Like, hey, if you want to read the fanfic, go to this link right here, and then it'll pop up the thing. I was like, if you want to watch the video of voices, and then go to this. Oh, just do a SoundCloud. Just do the script there, and then just like draw like an image for like the entire scene, and then it's like, hey, if you want to read the thing, here's the script. If you want to like see the voices, click the SoundCloud. If you want to watch an actual video, that's video. No, that would be a good business strategy, no?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, isn't that good, isn't it? Wait, did I read that? More like me and Rin tend to hang out with each other irregularly, talking or not about something the more often resembles like twisted mockery of philosophy rather than normal everyday things that friends chat about. Well, that's good, isn't it? You're a new student, and we should be promoting integration into a student's body and such. I can't remember all the buzzwords they spew in the facility of Yamako Foundation meetings, but that's how it is. And Tetsuya isn't the most social person around these parts either. Yeah, that's definitely true. So, she's talked about my suggestion to you? Oh, no, not really. I think it's been more me pressing her to decide something maybe I shouldn't have. No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm too soft on her, even if I shouldn't. I don't really know how to handle Tetsuya. She's so independent and willful. Oh god. I feel sick with myself just reading this.
This guy is not fun.
His tongue. I don't like this. I want to stop. Please make the bad man go away.
Hey, you know what you should do? You
Mhm.
should press right click. And then you should press load. And then you should press back to Shizune's route.
There is no Shizune's route.
I know the exact way to get it from the Act 1. Just please.
Well, I have to power through this. Because I'm trying to get in order.
You
Not-
know, hers is the longest one.
I know, but... And
And it has the most choices.
I
So even when we're done, we're not done. We have to go back and see this man again.
know. We will skip as much of him as possible, as humanly possible. This man must die. This man must be burned in the most fire pits of hell. Not with us, just in a distant corner, in a distant corner where he bothers no one.
We'll keep him in the corner.
He's in timeout.
We'll keep him in the corner with Vincent.
Yes, let him deal with him. Sorry, I was just thinking something bad.
Oh, I've been thinking bad things ever since I said that, but I'm ignoring.
No, I'm thinking like he's gonna. Does that make any sense to you? What I just said? My.
Just read mine.
I don't wanna. I wonder what every old geezer, the art teacher, would get his hands on a young and fiery prodigy felt like.
Would you like me to get a friend to voice them?
I mean, sure, but I mean, I'll keep reading, but like, it's like I'll do it, but I don't want to. Cause
Yeah, that's me and like Emmy and Nisha. I'm like, I'll do it, but I don't want to.
I'll do this as fast as possible. He chuckles ironically to himself and a bit turning his face, rinses his work, which she left drying with the tree easel. She departs abruptly, and which wonders to consider finally finished. So, I see she's painting then. He leans closer, peering to the canvas. Oh god, he got closer! It draws you in, doesn't it? No, please don't touch me. Noyama
I
stands.
think he just did. Like, isn't that what he just did?
I don't want to think about that. Noyama stands back straight. His face is dreamy in a majestic visage. No, do not describe him like that. I don't answer him, as he seems to be taking my argument as given. I sometimes stay here after hours and look at Tetsuya's paintings. No. She's really just prejudice. At such a young age, I get shivers just thinking about what she could become if just a few more years of refinement. No. It's probably just me.
He sounds so perverted.
I don't like it.
Like, so
We have to subject our viewers to this.
so freaking perverted. Oh my god.
Yes, to make what artists remember. This is it. And they take a piece of the world and reshape it in their own image. Metaphorically speaking, of course. No. Looking at her makes you wonder what in the world looks like through her eyes. It's a wonderful thing to be young and full of passion. The most extraordinary time in your life. You would do well to remember that, Nakai. Yes, sir. It's so silly. People always...
I've had Lucio's voice to pipe down on the pervert.
You want me to just go, Lucio? I don't want to subject Lucio to this image.
Just cover him up with your hand.
I don't want...
Just.
This is just like sullying Lucio's name at this point.
Where did you get your ideas? As if any ideas are something sold in the market for pocket change. You can't explain inspiration for people like Tetsuka. It's like breathing. It's an instinct. I've met maybe one or two with the same kind of raw potential, but no amount of potential will amount to anything if one doesn't work to realize it. It's practice, technique, skill. Draw for an hour every day. For a few years, and even the most hopeless case becomes a passable artist. Tetsuka is not brilliant because she was born with natural talent for this kind of thing. She's brilliant because she works harder than anyone. Else have she learned to hold a pen, most likely? And all of this with no feet, no less. Absolutely phenomenal.
I feel like he's wondering too much about her feet. Sorry.
Does he have a foot fetish too?
Sorry, I was...
Does he have a foot fetish
Don't make me
too?
think about that. Don't make me think about that. I don't want to think about it. That's the opposite of what I want to be thinking about right now. Sorry.
This is the great part about this, is that I can really, really bother you with this sexual perverted man, and I'm just pretty okay with it.
I have to cover his face up, but I have two screens. Oh god. Okay. I got it. My hands covering him. Okay, I could read. Silence finally lands in the cloud room as no, I don't want to touch him. I'm like 5 inches away from like my screen to like cover his whole body and like the other screen just to like not see him. I'm going through lots of blanks to do this. Now Miyama lets himself drop back to
Hey,
rinse.
wait, here, does this help you?
What are you doing?
Does this help?
I feel like you're gonna show me your name.
Does this help you? Oops, I always think it's library.
Like, yes. Thank you. This feels so good. Like this legit feels like up to...
I thought it would distract you.
I mean, get distraction. I mean, I don't feel anything towards the old man anymore. That's distraction. Thank you. You sure know what to do. Instead of feeling disgusted, I feel another feeling, if you know what I mean.
That's what I was hoping would happen.
I guess I could finish reading this now. I'm just gonna put this... It's like right next to him, so it's like... I hope I don't associate Shizune with him through
Just like censor him with her. Do
There's
that.
people here. Let's just put this here and then put Shizune on top and then on top. I mean what? There we go. Ooh.
You know that's how it would be, though.
Yes. Oh. Yes, you're right.
You didn't realize what I said.
Yes. I'm dumb. What kind of thing do you paint yourself? As if walking a river. I look at me, surprised at talking to him. I hope I could put this on top of it, but like I can't because every time I press it, it's gonna go down and I have to see him.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
At least this gives a short relief from the agony of whatever he is.
I became an art teacher only after my career in the field came to an end. Now I just pass the knowledge to the next generation.
No, but seriously, thank you. This is really helping. In more ways than one.
Well, I thought that it would help, so aren't
Nope.
I so helpful?
Yes, normally it's not helpful, but in this case, it's the most helpful thing you could have done. The way Noyama answers the curious, both giving and withholding information, I feel like asking more, but he cuts in before I get the chance.
Now, won't you run along, my boy? It's almost dinner time, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Having a good evening.
You too.
I quickly collect my stuff and step out the deserted hallway, leaving the teacher alone with his musings. The weekend will soon be here. It's amazing how fast time flies here. I promised Emmy I'd join her for a celebration of the triumph of the track team last week. It should be plenty of fun. Well, that helped me get through this. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll just remove it until
I
it
never
comes back.
I mean, I never said that. Oh no. Wait, print screen it. Can you like just send me like screenshots of that?
Yeah.
Yes, for future.
So that's your favorite picture, right?
Yes. What else would be my favorite picture besides Hanako? Well, it is you.
Yeah. If I feel like, because I need to go cut my hair, I feel like I need to cut my hair like that.
Well, technically, when like a while ago, when Trevent was there, I was like, hey, I feel like you could like cut your hair and it would look good like with like that hair, and it was that hair because it was like the somber rhyme called hair.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
You know, like your hair would look like nice like that. And it's like the same color too. Like my hair, it's like bluish, purpley, weird.
Yeah, and what's it called? I didn't know what you looked like, but what's it called? I had a feeling that would look good on you, and lo and behold, Shizune, goddess Shizune comes into the picture. It's like, oh yes. Or you could like try it out for a little bit, and if you don't like it, you just grow your hair back. Well, like,
Yeah, like my hair, I never used to cut it when I was younger until I was like 14, and then I cut it like down to the length I have it now. And then later, I was like, I think I should just cut it shorter. Like, I'll probably just cut all of it off and then just grow it back out. So I'm not bored.
Hmm?
I'll probably cut it to Shizune's length and then grow it back out later.
yeah. What do you think I'm doing right now?
I don't know, putting that picture on files.
Yes. That is exactly what I'm doing. Shizune.
She just has her own file.
No, I'm like I'm gonna show you what I did.
Okay.
And also you could see the file. I'm just gonna put it under you. For obvious reasons. Here, and now you could find it easily too.
Yeah, I also have all these pictures of Melanie here that are nice.
Look at that.
Hi, Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
You see it?
Yes.
It's perfect. Besides the
I
weird.
still say that this picture is my favorite picture of Melanie ever, and that will never change.
I don't know what you're looking at, but okay. Is it? I really think I would be like, not supposed to know anything. Did you just send me a picture of Hanako back? I mean, oh, thank you. I didn't realize you sent me this. This is actually way better than mine because mine has message. Yes, this in here. Yep. Copy link. There you go. No, but seriously, what image are you talking about?
The Shizune wants you to get back to your effing visual novel image.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you sure you want to go? The weather has been wonderful for June, and it's taking a turn for the worse. The leader clouds drooping over the town looks worrisome, and the air feels heavy and still, just like before rain. Forecasts say 60% chance of rain this afternoon. Maybe this will mark the beginning of the rainy season. Hey look, it's Emmy.
Oh, lordy. Of course I'm sure. I've been waiting for this all week.
Emmy had planned a picnic for the nearby park, with snacks aplenty, brought from the convenience store, which was the weather this gloomy seems risky.
I asked some other people to come too, but they didn't want to go because of the weather. We have to prove them wrong.
Yep, it's gonna rain. Wrong how?
You know, like how it always rains when you think it won't. When I think it will, it doesn't. We'll go no matter what, so win-win situation. I've been going without sweets for weeks because of practice for the track meet, but now I can splurge on anything I want. Nothing is going to stop me now.
Don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. I thought you were all about healthy lifestyle and stuff.
Oh, what?
What?
I don't know how. Oh, ho.
Oh, ho, ho.
Okay. Yes, Al, you understand so little. There's not a single girl on this planet who doesn't love sweets.
You gotta know the proper anime pronunciation?
What?
That's the proper anime translation. Like, in every anime, it's like, they use the same, like, it's like, but usually they're like blonde and like, oh, I'm from Europe. I am from a rich family.
Wait, so they're Lily?
Yes. Okay, imagine Lily with Misha's hair.
Lily with Misha's hair, but blonde.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just imagine Misha with blonde hair. There you go. That's the proper thing. Okay, wait, no.
Alright.
Yeah, no,
It's like I watched Guilty Crown, and they did not do that in Guilty Crown.
and okay, technically the oh ho ho is for the people like, oh, I am so high from you. I am of royal descent. Oh ho, 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 ho. Kind of
Okay.
people. I am the nobles or whatever. That's usually what they use that for. When people think they're superior than you. It's like, oh ho ho, Hasao, how little you understand.
Okay.
Basically, she's mocking. No, she's. Yeah, what's the word for this?
Mocking?
No, it's not mocking. There's a specific word for this whole situation. Belittling. She's belittling me. Is that the word?
Yeah. Belittling is a word.
No, I'm not saying it is a word. I'm saying, is that the proper word to be used in this situation?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't like sweets.
Rin, I am ashamed. Well, technically, I only like certain sweets. If like, okay, oh god damn it.
I only like certain chocolate.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if it's too sweet, I don't like it. If it's not sweet enough, I don't like it. If it's like, it's just like a certain level of sweetness that I like, and if there's certain levels of candy that I like, and if it's not like in that certain range, I don't like it. Cause like some cake, I was like, okay, it's a cake. It's like, okay, I take off the frosting because it's too sweet, and then I just eat the regular, just like the cake. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Well, like I could eat a little bit of frosting, but like I would have to remove most of the frosting, and then just like spread out like a little bit of frosting throughout the whole cake, just to like be like, oh, okay, so it's like I could have some level of frosting. I'm like, I'm not was like, I'm not a prude. I'm gonna eat some of the frosting. But it's like, I feel like I'm pressured to eat the frosting. But it's like I'm just like, I just feel weird just taking off all the frosting off the cake.
Yeah, I just don't like cake
Just don't like cake.
or pie or really anything except for chocolate.
Except for what?
Except for chocolate.
Okay.
I like macarons.
I guess I have something.
Because of course I like macarons.
Mackerels.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't count. Anyway, is this clear?
Completely. We could go eat our fill of sweets.
Damn straight we will. Melanie, you should have answered, have a nice day. I'm going to have to work it off later, but it's so worth it.
Emmy seems to be extremely determined about this. She's positively exhilarated, brimming with energy, as always, but something seems special today. It seems she can hardly stop herself from jumping from down to spot.
Come on!
I grasped the wooden handle and the umbrella. I bought and started to follow the two girls. Hey, we actually brought an umbrella this time.
Uh-huh.
Like, before we didn't bring an umbrella. It's like, oh, it's like, we don't need an umbrella. Amy was like, just don't bring it. It's okay. It won't rain. I was like, it's gonna rain. I might as well bring an umbrella. It's like, okay. Who seems to have no qualms about leaving me behind if I start daydreaming. My umbrella is really fancy, the old-fashioned kind with curved handles with a metal spike on the end. Oh, my dad has one of those. It used to belong to my grandfather. It looked like an antique, but it's really good shape, almost as good as new. Oh no, it's not. Like, practically broken. It's really big too. I remember how my grandfather, my grandmother, and I used to fit neatly inside when a rainstorm caught on us on an afternoon walk years ago. When I was nearly 9 or 10, my grandparents were both gone now, but I still have an umbrella to keep my dry when it rains. Wow, okay. We walk along the road, leaning down the school towards the convenience store, the clouds casting the dark shadow drawn on us. The weather seems to be taking a turn for the worse, and I'm pretty sure it just felt a raindrop on my head. Didn't you guys think of taking umbrellas? It really looks like it'll rain. Rin looks like her limply hanging sleeves shrugs her shoulders.
I don't have one. Besides, a little rain won't kill us.
Plus, Rin can't hold an umbrella.
Nope.
Unless she's got like those like head umbrellas. It's like a hat, but then it turns into an umbrella.
Yeah, that's what she has.
Or like one of those like backpacks, and then just like an umbrella comes out. But I'm pretty sure I just invented that, and that just came from my head.
Also, like, for one thing, can Rin move her, like, arms? Because normally, if someone has that much of a residual limb, then they would use it. But she doesn't.
She
so
shrugs.
It makes me feel like she can't.
She shrugs, so I'm assuming she can.
But that's her shoulder.
Yeah, but like she has stumps, so I'm pretty sure she can move her arms. Or stumps.
Yeah, because like normally if you have a stump that's that long, then you would use that on your chin instead of like your foot. But I don't know, because Ren's weird.
But like
and Ren was
more
like, nah.
She's more accustomed to her using her feet, so it's like, why not? I mean, it would be a hassle to use your arm when like you're not used to using your arm, am I right?
Yeah, but like it was a birth defect, so she should have started up. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, like if you're like used to using like your hand to like scratch your chin, and then you just like start to use your legs to scratch your chin, would you not keep using your hands?
Well, I mean, I programmed myself to be right-handed, so
Or are you left-handed?
yeah.
Can you
Like
still
I write with my
your...
right hand, and it's really uncomfortable, but I've just forced myself to.
Can you still write with your left hand?
No, but that's because of the trimmer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So like my handwriting was really bad because of the trimmer, and then I was like, well, you know what I'll do? It's just force myself to switch.
You're ambidextrous, but not really.
Yeah, I'm ambidextrous except for writing because most of the time, like it doesn't matter if it shakes.
Yeah.
But writing, I'm like, it must be perfect. I will not have it look like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch and make myself have a headache by how hard I have to grip the pencil to keep it from not looking like I'm writing with my opposite hand.
Oh my gosh, that's how I feel. With my left hand because I can't use my left hand for writing, and then when I try to write, I'm like gripping it like hard. It's like, okay, I can't write normal like.
Yeah, like I grip it really weird, and I'm like
I feel like a child.
Write straight and neat.
Like it's not even straight or neat. It's like it looks like a child's trying to do something. Like a 3-year-old child trying to write for the first time. That's what my left hand looks like. It's like it's either grabbed like with a fist, or like it's like you're trying to grab it in the normal position, but it doesn't feel right. It's just like.
Yeah, that's how I am. But I just force myself.
So you have to like use like a different position that's slightly correct, but it's not. But it's like the opposite. It's like a claw. But it's like I don't know. I'm weird.
Yeah.
He pushes.
That I understand very well.
He pushes her chest out, looking very confident about it.
We aren't made of sugar.
What?
I don't know. Sugar melts in the rain.
Oh. Or my typing. There you go.
What?
I thought that's exactly what you girls were made of, especially considering what you're planning to.
What does that mean?
Exactly what it means. Unless I didn't write what. Can I put comments so you could read it better?
Can you spell what they are called? What is they?
What are you talking about? Oh right, the mackerels or mackerel.
I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay.
Why?
Because I don't understand. So just read.
Because you said like the only like chocolate I are like macaron. Okay. Spell that for me.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I can do that.
Like I thought you saw that message long ago. I was like, oh okay.
No.
Okay.
What's the
what now? Just sticks out of her tongue in reply. The walk down from school to the local shop district is not so long one, but it's not very short either. What freak was that accent right now? I was like, it's not short
Yeah, where
either.
did that accent come from?
I told you, I have weird issues where like my accent around me changes. And this only started happening like after this broke. Like my voice started having weird accents. So I don't have an accent.
Yeah, like I feel really bad about that type of thing because like I force myself to write with my opposite hand because it makes my handwriting look nicer, and I force myself to not have an accent because like I don't want to sound foreign, and like it's just like other people actually have no choice on those matters, and like it just makes me feel bad.
I mean, like, are you talking about? It's like I didn't have an accent. Like I don't have an accent. And then I gained an accent from mental damage apparently. it's just like the way I speak changes randomly during mid conversation. And like unless I'm doing a dedicated character and my mind thinks, okay, this is a character, my voice is not is gonna when it's in character, my voice is not gonna change because it's that character. But as soon as it's me, that accent just goes out the like it's a free for all. At that point, I have no control over what happens with my voice. This is why I don't like voicing. It's like, oh, be yourself. I'm like, okay, I already failed. It's like, oh, so in the script it says Alan. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, here's your line. I was like, I can't act as myself. I could act as someone else.
Yeah, that's me too. Like, Iwaniko is supposed to be my voice, and it's not.
Yeah, I know. Like, my normal speaking voice is like slightly different from like my whatever voice, but it's like similar enough that it's like, oh, this is my normal voice, right? That's what I did with Mr. Main Character here. Because it's not quite my, cause like if it was my actual voice, I don't think I would be able to act.
Yeah.
Because I have to get into character for me to like act. I can't act naturally. If I act naturally, I'm just awkward. All the time. I walked down to school with the local shop distance. It's not a long one, but it's not very short either. It's a small hill, downhill, and all steps roll easily, but time stretches out nevertheless. You see the difference from when I spoke and then when I read that? There's like 3 different changes.
Yeah.
The distance is right there, in the gray area where you don't expect the trip to be quickly over with, but you aren't prepared for the long walk either. Does the trip slightly too long to stay comfortable quiet for the whole time though? The girls don't seem to mind. Rin walks calmly ahead, seemingly lost in thought, the kind of worry about starting a conversation since last time it didn't end very well for either of us. I hadn't exchanged a single word with her since then. Emmy, on the other hand, is way too happy about just walking. She seems to be literally jumping a little on every step or skip over cracks or balance on the edges of the sidewalk. Every now and then she comments on something to which Bryn replies to an automatic sounding nonsensical way that makes Emmy giggle a little. We reach the bottom of the hill. The first raindrops begin to fall. I feel the hits on the head. Then 2 more hits on the nose, quick succession. It's not 1 or 2 rain clouds anymore. The entire sky is filled with shadow gray, billowing rain clouds swirling right on top of us.
Oh shoot, I guess we aren't gonna have the picnic then.
Last time we got to the picnic, then it rained.
Yeah.
I guess we walked slower this time.
Yeah, unlike Lily and Hanako's route, which mirror each other, and the exact same thing happens.
What?
Like, there's no change. There's no change to either of them. They're just same thing.
Okay. What now?
It's weird. Maybe we could have a rain picnic. A picnic in rain.
Oh. I thought it said a rain picnic. A rain picnic.
That's what I thought it said too.
I was like, and then you said a picnic in the rain. I was like, oh my gosh, I read that wrong.
Yeah, that's why I took such a long pause. I was like, what?
Yeah, my mind's playing tricks on me.
No, we don't just catch a cold, and I don't like getting me or my snacks wet.
Oh my gosh, Emmy is a completely different character from the last run. Because last time's like, I don't care about colds. We're not going to catch a cold. Let's just eat in the rain.
Yep.
That's what she did in the last run. And then this one's like, no, let's not do that. I guess she was trying to impress Hisao or something.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like it. Not the snacks part, though.
You like the rain, right?
Mm.
Yay. I don't know, I find it like a hint of like depressing and also like romantic, the rain. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like peaceful.
Yeah, it's peaceful. I used to like going out in the rain all the time and just like go into puddles and wear like my little like rain boots and like I legit have like Yu-Gi-Oh rain boots. It's like you just see anime on my side. When I was like 5 or something.
I
Yeah.
have little red boots that go around my ankles because, like, the tall ones bug me, so
Oh.
it's not really useful, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the I only get the tall ones because or else water would go inside my leg. Uh and that's uh does not serve a purpose.
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure, like, I wouldn't be able to wear tall boots anyway, because I can't, because leg braces. But so like that wasn't really a problem back in when I got those shoes. I don't know. I just like they bugged me.
Okay, Emmy considers our problem situation for a moment while they open the umbrella and lift it up, trying to hold it so the three of us get covered.
Hey, Hasal, have you been to? Okay,
Shanghai?
all right. That's what I thought. I was just like, huh. Yet,
He was like, yeah. For
Yet.
for some reason, I was like an idiot, and I thought that said shotting gun, and I was like, what? Like, why would it say shotting gun?
like I've seen that word, and then I'm just like, nah.
You have seen that word? What word?
Shanghai.
Yes. It's a cafe somewhere around here, right? I've heard of it. As we went with Ren.
It's a nice place. Let's go there and wait out the rain. If it's just a really quick shower, we can still go for a picnic. And if it gets worse, we'll just order cake there instead.
Last time, Emmy was in casual clothes. Now she's in her uniform. Because this is not a date.
Mm-hmm.
And Rin is always in Rin clothes.
Ren doesn't have casual clothes.
Ren is always Ren.
And, like, Lily has, like, a cross necklace all of a sudden in her casual clothes.
Hmm.
Shizune's casual clothes looks like lingerie.
Oh my. Is that why that fan art of like her and then she's just an exhibitionist?
Probably. And then Misha has, like, a sweater that says something 2015 or I don't know. Something weird. Alright.
Shizune attractive, yes.
Shizune is very attractive, which is
Yes.
ignore.
Wait to
I
say
still
what?
want to date Lily though, but
Well, you can't date Shizune because you can't date yourself. Shizune
they're all
X Lily.
attractive. That's the problem.
I know, but you don't like Emmy or Ren, so you technically you don't. You just contradicted yourself.
Okay, except for those two.
Oh my. Neither Rin nor I have better ideas, so Emmy takes the lead and we start working briskly to the side street. The cafe only a few blocks away, but even the umbrella we can't avoid getting slightly damped. The rain keeps coming down harder and harder. The raindrops leave tiny droplets on the black asphalt floor, which then combines to bigger patches of pointillist artwork being made in front of our eyes in mere seconds. The pouring heavily drumming of the hoods of cars parked in the sides of the streets is already filling with little creaks among the sidewalks. The yellow light shining through the rainwater, streaming down the windows, looks very warm and inviting. I shake the excess water off the umbrella and head inside with it, following Emmy and the vacant table to the furthest corner of the small cafe. Oh, so Yuka's not gonna seat us this time?
Guess not.
This place is almost full. Apparently other people have the same idea as Emmy, and now we're all stranded together in the cozy little place. Varnished wood pillars and paper screen mixed with Persian-style tables, chairs, and decorant harmony of contrasts of old and new. Light jazz plays quietly in the background, though it almost drowned out by the murmur of the customers. Wow. Plus, the music sounds very good right now.
What is it?
It's jazz.
Oh, but what song is it? Because I want to listen to it.
Uh, red velvet. Oh, you don't like red velvet.
Jukebox.
Like it's jazz indeed. Kind of.
Oh, it is.
Yes. I don't want to interrupt the music with my next click, because there's going to be customers. There's only one waitress serving the full house, frantically guiding through one table to another and trying to keep up with everything. To my surprise, I think I recognize her. I watch her deliver the trays of teacups of pastries to one table taken by Yamaku's students and another by middle-aged customers. A couple studying across from us before finally turning to serve us. Yuko? Yuko? Now that she's close and facing me, I see that it really is her, the part-time librarian of Yamaku. She's a part-time librarian? I thought she was a full-time librarian. She's always in the library.
Well, she's like the only librarian, so.
Wait, she's not the only librarian?
No, she is the only librarian.
Okay. Of Yamako full waitress attire. It's pretty cute outfit, and she just tied her hair up in buns to match. Wait a minute. I just had the weirdest thought right now. Kenji did that. You know, I remember what he said? He was like, oh, that Kenji did things with her, and then it's like, oh, and then you feel like, oh, you get more tired every time he does it, and it's like, it gets more tired. It's like, oh, that's because he had sex. Of course he's tired. Like, I don't think Kenji knew the... Never mind. It's a completely different image from her mousy, plain style of her other job. Yuko blinks a few times, looking confused, then remembers that she was about to say something. Welcome to Shanghai. So you work here too? I thought you were a university student or something. Yes, that too. It's a part-time job, as you see. It's Sunday, so there aren't any lectures. Nothing too since today has been so busy. I'm wishing for another pair of hands anyways. I'm a bit of a rush, you see. What can I get you for today? Emmy doesn't hesitate for a second. Her eyes glitter like the kid in a candy store.
Tea for everyone and cake for me.
Oh. So no cake for anyone else? What's going on here?
No, only I get cake. You fools don't get cake. Cake is for Emmy.
Yuko tries to stay in a formal and professional looking possible, smiling cheerfully at the ravenous companion. Yes. Do we have a choice of strawberry shortcake, raspberry layer cake, or lemon marguerite pie? Oh god, Emmy.
Strawberry. No, lemon. I'll take them both.
Are you gonna do that? No?
What?
Are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna do what?
Nothing. She looks
I
at me.
don't eat that.
I know, but like, would you do that?
No.
Okay. She looks at me. Yeah, because you don't eat. She looks at me and challenge. I'll take the pie.
Nothing.
Sure. You're red. Amy takes a face at Ren as though she's had a bite of lemon. She's clearly unhappy with her and not joining in.
Oh, come on, Ren. That's not polite at all. Nothing. Thank you. No, you silly. I mean, you should order something too. I'll take a straw then. My feet are all wet.
Sorry?
The drinking kind of straw. One, please.
Yuka's obviously uncertain of what to think of this. She fiddles with her pen and stationery for a moment, looking for what she's about to cry before deciding she would have finished ordering. Thank you very much. She bows.
Cattled.
Hello, oh gosh, word I can't pronounce.
I have to go after this scene.
Okay, we will read as fast as possible. I mean, she bows down a little too deeply, scampers and stately behind the counter. After the ordeal is over with, I have a chance to relax a bit and take a better look at the surroundings. Almost every table is occupied by the people happy to be out of the rain, thankfully sleeping in the tea and drying off. I did nothing. Whether or discussing over recent homework carry throughout nearby tables to my ears, which one overlaps to another, but it's all covered in the sounds of falling rain. Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, I just was swallowing a liquid and it went the other way and now I'm coughing.
Ah, that happens to me all the time.
Yes. After a while, Yuko returns to the table, carrying a tray of huge teapot, 3 cups, a slice of cake. Slice of cake? I thought it was... Okay, 2 slices of pie. Why do I get 2 slices of pie and she gets 1 slice of cake? She looks so scared for a second. She slips the tray into our tiny table and clackers, almost sending the teapot toppling over into rinse lap. We barely recover before she bows again and leaves, hurrying off to serve to another customer. Amy has been eyeing the strawberry cake very hungrily all the time, but somehow she manages to contain herself until Yuko is out of sight. She digs in with gusto, while I content myself with pouring tea for everyone and placing the straw in Rin's cup. Rin looks at my way, the team swirls around and around to her. White china cup, her eyes half closed, almost as she's being hypnotized. Oh, it's a pie. I pick up my fork and eye the food in front of me. The pie I got looks perfectly done. A thick layer of miraging atop cream lemon custard.
Wait, please repeat.
Miraging? How am I supposed to say it?
Meringue.
Meringue?
Yep.
Alright. After having a first bite, I pause, savoring the combination of tangy citrus and smooth sugary meringue. It's quite good, though it's a bit too sweet for me.
What? Is that eating sounds?
Good.
Okay. We're counting that as right.
Okay. She's talking through her mouth of cake, already halfway through her slice, though finishing not exactly small.
I want to taste some of that.
Of course, she ate our food last time too.
Yep.
Like, because we got like a piece of cake, and then like she's like, okay, then we just take like a big ass chunk of my cake. Okay, she gets a strawberry from my cake, and then she gets like a whole like piece from my cake. I was like, okay, you just ate half.
This is pretty good too. Yeah, but if I started on that before finishing the cake, it'd be rude, don't you think? Your mic is dying.
Booga booga?
Yep.
Hello? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I had to unplug and replug that.
Yep.
What was the last thing you heard me say? Did you hear me say, what are you doing? You have a slice of your own?
I think.
Okay. Well, if you didn't, now you did. Her insolence is outrageous, but the gentleman in me allows me no retaliation. I glare angrily. Oh my gosh, it's me. I glare angrily at her, and she replies by sticking out her tongue impishly. Emmy is even more hyper than usual today, but I don't mind. It's good for her to let off some steam. Plus, she's eating like 3 times the sugar amount. I take another sip of tea with my cup. It's good and hot. Even though I don't usually care much for tea, and the atmosphere of the cafe is very relaxing. You drink tea?
Yes.
Yes. I used to drink
I
tea.
drink English breakfast tea and no other tea.
Oh, okay, then we have very, and my mic died. Oh, never mind. I guess I'll just drink your tea, I guess. Because I drink, like, different teas. It's like, with, like, oh, when I was, like, little, I used to drink, like, tea, like, every morning. Because, like, it's, like, medicinal tea because I have, like, issues every morning. Like, oh, I need, because I'm always nervous, like, this is for, like, to, like, calm your nerves. And then it's like, okay, and then, like, this is later for the day, this is another, like, tea. And it's like, I'll just drink lots of tea. For different things. Mm. But you drink tea, recreationally. I drink it, recreationally, too, but, like, I drink tea as more of a I just drink tea. I don't know how to explain it. I don't mind spending the rest of the afternoon here. Not after. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to leave. No, not after Emmy's orders. Her second rate of strawberry cake, and Rin spends most of the time staring fixedly at the rain steam down at the heavens. Even Yuko rolls her eyes, and the third piece of cake disappears into Emmy's boundless stomach, and as quickly previous to. Hey, we're almost done. Despite the passing of time, it's almost raining outside in the exit Shanghai, though with the lighting of the little. Too bad it had to rain on the parade.
Weren't we supposed to have a picnic?
Emmy doesn't look too distraught over the turn of the event.
Nah, it's fine. We had a good time, didn't we? I feel really pumped up. It isn't even raining that hard anymore. I kind of take a hike back to school and get rid of this energy and work off some of that cake.
She stretches her arms out and arches her back like a cat. After holding her shoulders around twice, she smiles brightly.
Man, I can't really run with these legs, though, especially uphill. I wish I'd brought my other ones.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Like, there's certain shoes I can't run. Like, oh, I have, like, normal shoes, and I was like, I could walk, you know, but I have to wear actual running shoes to actually be able to run, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
The notion sounds odd, spoken so casually, but I guess for Emmy, changing legs is sort of like changing someone else's shoes.
Maybe if I walk really fast, that would be kind of like running. I think I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. I won't be able to keep up going uphill, though. I really am in bad shape. Plus, you'd get wet without my umbrella.
It's hardly even a drizzle now. A few drops won't hurt. I think I'm going to go to the track after I change my legs, too.
If anything, it just got harder. Like, the brain got...
It did.
Mm-hmm. Emmy skipped, like, exactly when she said that, oh, it's hardly a drizzle, and then the rain gets harder. Emmy skips away from the protection of my umbrella and goes ahead in burst pace. Suddenly, she seems to remember something, and she stops and spins around.
See you tomorrow. Come eat lunch with us on the roof. I'll bring enough for 3.
I thought that was in French because I saw it's... Like, my brain translated this whole thing in French. I'm like, okay, this is not normal. It does that sometimes. Rin and I are left to watch in the wave and thus skip off again. Soon it disappears and around the street corner. We never understand why Emmy is perpetually in a hurry to get somewhere. So, would you like to walk back to school, or at least one of us won't get wet?
If you're happy with it.
Yes, I am. It seems neither of us wants to keep alive and stained atmosphere from the arguments of a few days ago, the heart room which makes me feel relieved. I don't want to bear grudges, and I'm happy that Rin feels the same way. Thus, we decide that we're content with each other's company for now, and we start walking in the same direction as Emiya bets at the considerable calmer pace. I'm a bit closer to Rin, even though the umbrella is really big enough for to shelter the both of us. I can feel the nearby warmth, providing contrast to the chill of the rainy weather. Raindrops hitting the umbrella with distance.
Here, I'm gonna do this so that I can go do a couple things while I'm finishing this.
You know, just stick to sound, playing the
Okay.
Sachiko melody and the raindrop and no one in particular. I realize I've been outside the rain, what feels like forever. I inhale, taking the scent of the rain, feeling the weather in my senses. The world melts and blurs inside the rain. The colors of the sky have deepened in dark gray and dark blue hues, red added and mixed in the sunlight reflecting the clouds. The low-hanging sky looks pretty, as if to reach my hands and touch it.
Have I ever told you how much I like rain? It's like a painting. It makes me feel connected.
Oh my gosh, yes. Almost echoing my thoughts, Rin lets out one of my own. It slips out of her mouth, encircling us gently.
Everything looks so soft, like the outlines of things just disappear. I like that. It's like the rain is hugging me.
Her voice sounds different from usual, more gentle and soft. I wonder if it's only because of the rain, or because of the mood the rain brings about quiet artist girl. I feel the mood in myself too, enhanced by her words. Yeah, I like rainy weather too. It's nice every once in a while. I wonder what's about the rain.
Everything.
The silence follows the statement, as if it allows us to no continuation. I decide to push the direction of the conversation a little. But you like the feeling of being connected. What's the problem with showing your paintings to others? Don't you want to connect with other people?
It's not the same thing. You're comparing apples to squids.
I brought up the subject and Rin wants to avoid. It shuts her down again. The question stays hanging between us for the rest of the trip back to the school, and I can't help from wondering what on earth I should have said to truly reach Rin. Does it feel like she's lacking in an identity? She has a strong personality, but if I keep pressing to elaborate, I'm not sure I could describe it accurately. She feels like a person who is constantly conflicted with herself. I never know what to expect when I talk to her. I wonder how she herself experienced that disconnect. If Rin asking herself every day, who am I, and obsessed with painting images and defining herself day after day, what does she think about the way of living? The irony is, that's the exact same question I've been asking myself for the past 4 to 5 months. For me, it's miserable. I can only assume it's only a natural state for being for this girl. When we stop in front of the dormitories, Rin turns and faces me, and the senses of thoughts in the affair. The gaze travels emptily past the left shoulder and the shapeless rainfall. Her dark eyes seem to stuck in the low ambient light themselves like a reverse mirror. The empty gaze is nothing else of want to understand what's going behind those eyes. I have to work out for myself. Rin opens her mouth and closes without saying anything. The silence lasts for a few moments before she steps outside the dorm building.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Time to save here, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
In the next Katawa Shoujo. Thinking about. Bye bye.